Hello everyone, this is M. Sandeep Kumar and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Concepts of IIT Maths. So where we'll be learning the concepts required to solve the problems of all the chapters coming under IIT JEE Mains and Advanced Syllabus. And here today's subtopic is condition for resolution into linear factors. This is a subtopic that comes under the chapter of quadratic expressions of theory of equations. What is the condition required that this particular second degree quadratic expression, quadratic equation or whatever it is, the second degree equation be expressed as a product of two linear factors? What is the condition to be satisfied that this particular second degree equation be written as a product of two linear factors? We are going to find out first. We are going to derive that condition. Of course, that condition is this: ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square is equal to 0. This is the required condition. So in this video, first let us see how to derive this condition. Concepts are always important. They will guide us to solve so many different problems, right? So we will see how to derive this condition, and after that we will see an application problem. So you make sure that you are watching the video till end without missing anything in order to understand this concept very clearly, right? So let us start with this. Let me convert this second degree equation into a quadratic equation of variable x. So which means I can write this as ax square plus, here and here I can take x common, right? And also 2 common. I can take 2 common and also x common. Then you will get hy, and here you will get only g. So plus 2 times hy plus g into x, and all the remaining or plus by square plus 2fy plus c. So I have converted this into a quadratic equation of variable x. Then this is the coefficient of x square, and this is the coefficient of x, and this is the constant. Let us find the discriminant of this quadratic expression. If you find the discriminant of this quadratic expression, I'll get the formula. The actual formula is minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So which means what? Delta is equal to minus b, so minus 2 times hy plus c, plus or minus root over of b square. B square means 4 times hy plus g whole square. B square minus 4 into a means a only into c is this, whole divided by 2 times a means a only. Observe one thing. If I want this quadratic expression to be written as a product of two linear factors, then understand that the discriminant which comes under the root must be a perfect square. So the delta, I'm very sorry, this is not delta, this is x is equal to, okay. So the delta means b square minus 4ac. So delta is discriminant b square minus 4ac. So this discriminant must be a perfect square. Only then I will get a rational root. If whatever is present inside the square root, it is a perfect square, only then we will get a rational root. Right? So that means the thing that comes inside the square root, what is it? You can take 4 common outside. If you take 4 outside the square root, you will get 2 outside the square root. You will get 2 outside the square root, and only this thing is inside the square root. What is it? So now delta is equal to hy plus g whole square minus a into by square plus 2fy plus c. So this is delta. This must be a perfect square. Understand that this delta inside the square root, it must be a perfect square. So what is delta? If you expand, you will get h square y square plus g square plus 2 into this. That means 2ghy, and here minus aby square minus 2afy and then minus ac. So observe that our discriminant is again a quadratic equation in terms of y. The discriminant delta is a quadratic equation in terms of y. So the discriminant delta is what? Here and here we have y square terms. I can write it as h square minus ab into y square. And then here and here we have y terms. I can write it as plus 2 plus 2gh minus 2af. 2gh plus 2gh minus 2af times y, and the remaining comes under constant. That's g square minus ac. So this delta is a function in the variable y. If you want a rational factor, I told that this delta must be a perfect square, right? It must be a perfect square. If delta is a perfect square, then I can write if delta is a perfect square, then what? Then delta can be written as some constant into y minus y1 whole square, correct? If it is a perfect square, then I can write delta as a constant into y minus y1 whole square. Something square, delta can be written as something square. Delta can be written as something square. So that means what? This thing. Therefore, h square minus of ab into y square plus 2gh minus 2af into y plus g square minus ac can be written as some constant into y minus y1 whole square, or you can ignore this constant also. So observe one thing, dear students. This given quadratic equation in terms of y can be written as a perfect square. What is the meaning of it? It can be written as perfect square means its roots are y1 comma y1. That means roots are real and equal. The roots are real and equal. If any quadratic expression can be written as a perfect square, it means that its roots are real and equal. Therefore roots of delta are real and equal. So let us find the discriminant of this delta then. Let us find the discriminant of delta. So let the discriminant of delta is called as d. What is the discriminant of this delta? What is the discriminant of this delta? So b square minus 4 into a into c. So dear students, if the roots are real and equal, we know that discriminant is equal to 0 only, right? We know that the discriminant is equal to 0. So therefore this discriminant is equal to 0. Because the roots are real and equal, this discriminant is equal to 0. So if you expand this, using a minus b whole square expansion, you will get 4g square h square plus 4a square f square minus 8 aghf, and then here minus 4 into h square g square, minus 4 into h square g square, and then minus 4 into h square into minus ac, minus 4 h square into minus ac, that means plus 4 h square ac, and after that minus 4 into minus ab into g square, minus into minus plus 4ab g square, and then minus 4 into minus ab into minus ac. So we will get minus into minus is minus only, minus 4a square bc is equal to 0. So this is what I get. If I take the discriminant of this delta, I will get discriminant is equal to 0 and I will get this. Observe that I can take 4 common. Okay, before that these two will get cancelled. Now in all the remaining terms, if you observe, we can take 4 common and also a common. So it means I can take 4a common. Here I have got af square minus here I got 2fgh, and here I have got ch square, and here I have got bg square, and here I have got minus abc equal to 0. Now I can divide with 4a on both sides. Because a is not equal to 0 according to the question, I can divide with 4a on both sides. You will get minus abc minus 2fgh plus af square plus bg square plus ch square is equal to 0. and after that you multiply with minus on both sides, then you will get plus ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square and minus CH square is equal to 0. This is the required condition, dear students. If this condition is satisfied, then we can say that the given second degree equation can be written as product of two linear factors. Concepts are always important, I am saying this, right? The same thing, if it is difficult to remember, of course we are supposed to remember also. Even though you know how to prove it, you are supposed to remember this condition also. But if you feel like remembering in this way is difficult, then you can remember like this. All of you see, the same condition can be written in determinant form. The same condition can be written in determinant form. How to write the same condition in determinant form means, the same condition I can write like this. So in matrices we will learn how to find the determinant of this. The same thing is written in determinant form. And once again you will say, sir, even this is difficult to remember, sir. Then you can remember like this. All hostel girls had breakfast, gone for cinema. Right? You can remember like this. You can remember this determinant form like this. So you can, therefore the required condition is this, or you can also write like this. So generally when I solve problems, I will remember this formula. Instead of this, I will generally remember this formula. Right? So let us see an example of this model. So here is a question. Find the value of P for which this expression can be expressed as product of two linear factors. That is the question. You can compare this given expression with our standard second degree equation. What is our standard second degree equation? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. Actually the question is like this. Okay, anyhow, now you can say what is the values of the constant. A is equal to, the constant A is equal to 12, 2h is equal to minus 10, 2h is equal to minus 10, therefore h is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 2, and after that 2g is equal to 11, therefore g is equal to 11 by 2, and 2f is equal to minus 5, therefore f is equal to minus 5 by 2, and the constant c is equal to p. And if I want to write this into the product of two linear factors, then this condition must be satisfied. Correct? What is the condition? All hostel girls had breakfast, gone for cinema equal to 0. This condition must be satisfied. Now you can substitute their respective values. A is 12, h is minus 5. Here and here h only. So h is minus 5. Next, g is 11 by 2. So here and here g only. So 11 by 2 and 11 by 2. Next, f is equal to minus 5 by 2. So here and here you will get minus 5 by 2. So b value is 2 and the constant is p. So I hope that you already have a knowledge of how to expand the determinants. If not, no problem. See how to expand. We will take this is plus, this is minus, and this is plus. Plus 12 into, ignore this row, ignore this column and ignore this row. Take the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix. What is it? 2p minus of, minus of this into this. That means 25 by 4. Okay, next. Next, minus of minus 5 into, minus of minus 5 means plus 5 into, always remember, minus of minus 5 into. Now ignore this column and this row. Take the determinant here. So minus 5 into p is minus 5p. Minus of this into this. Minus of this into this means you'll get plus 55 by 4. And then and then plus 11 by 2 plus 11 by 2 into. So ignore this column and this row. Take the determinant of this. If you multiply these two, you'll get 25 by 2 minus, if you multiply these two, you'll get 11. Close the brackets, equal to 0. So solve this, you'll get the value of P. So how to solve this? Let me show you here. Here you'll get 24P, and then here you'll get 12 into 25 by 4. So minus 75 will come. Next, minus 25P. Here you will get 275 by 4. Again 275 by 4 only. Minus 121 by 2 equal to 0. So solve this thing. 24P minus 25P is minus P. The sum of these two is 275 by 2. 275 by 2 minus 121 by 2, you will get 77. Okay, already we have minus 75. If you add these three numbers, you will get 77. So therefore, you will get P is equal to 2. The required value of P is 2. So if P is 2, I can write this thing as product of two linear factors. Okay. So before concluding the class, do you understand what is the meaning of writing this second degree equation as product of two linear factors? I hope that you already know it. In case if you don't know, if ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. This is a second degree equation, right? If I can write this as some a1x plus b1y plus c1 into a2x plus b2y plus c2. This is a linear factor and this is another linear factor. I mean, this is a linear expression and this is another linear expression. A quadratic expression is written as a product of two linear expressions. So that is the meaning of it. That the second degree equation is written as the product of two linear factors, right? So I hope you understood this concept along with that example. It had given you a very good idea of this concept. So if you like this video, please share it, subscribe it, and hit the bell icon, and watch all the other videos, and don't forget to comment in the comment options of how you felt about this video. Your feedback is always valuable. Thank you, dear students. We will continue in next video with next concept. See you all.